Well, good morning, America. Today is May 4th. We're having the nation reopen. And covering, I'm one of the essentials. I'm working them out. I see people every day. I hear things from people, business owners, people who are out of work right now, that were employed and now they're not. I see things online and in the social media, things across the country, things that people are saying. I talk to people. And a lot of people right now, I get it. There's a lot of millions of people across this country, farmers, small business owners, small produce people, and manufacturing, you name it. There's so many people right now out of work and scared and not knowing what the future holds. And it's scary. I get it. It's scary. But for many in life that are matured enough and seen enough in life, they know that, like even myself, some of the worst times in life I can remember where I thought, there's no way. Just no way I can recover from it. Hopeless, bleak moments, and when I look back now on those times, I realize, I made it. I made it. At the time, it seemed impossible. At the time, it was like you couldn't even imagine, you couldn't even conceive in the worst times of your life how possibly you could recover from such things. But when you look back, you realize you did. You did. You overcame. I've seen a lot in life. I've seen incredible hard times. People who know me know I've seen incredible hard times. I've had ups and downs. I'm a New York City kid who had dreams as an American and been pursuing those dreams all my life. And I've had many ups and downs like you wouldn't believe in life in my family. Luckily, I've had people in my family that love me and just a few very good, solid friends that have always been there to kind of give me hope, encouragement, faith, something to go on for. Most important one, my children. I've had points in life where, I faced death. I got sick and I was down to like 90 pounds and doctors were telling me I might have had, a year or 18 months to live and what have you. And, it looked bleak. It just looked bleak. And then my health reasons, nobody would give me work. My business was suffering and, I looked so bad. People were concerned about even hiring me for work, and I lost everything. I just lost it all, and then I can remember reaching that bleak moment where I believed the doctors, and I started to think, wow, this is it, there's nothing I can do. I didn't want to put my kids through it, or even my family. I didn't even let them know. And my kids, I just stayed away. I didn't want them to see how bad I was deteriorating, and I've seen some real hard times in life. Incredible hard times, but and in those times I had people that I know today, they remember those times and they remember seeing me go through it, and I can remember them saying to me, what are you going to do? I had close friends at the time, and I remember saying to them, oh really, I'm just going to go off and accept my fate, there's nothing I can do about this, and if I die, I'm going to die, but if I live, I'll come back, I'll start over, and I can remember the eyes and the faces on some of those friends at that time when I walked away. They thought it'd be the last time they see me, and to be honest with you, I thought it'd be the last time I seen them. I really did not know, but and it seemed hopeless. It seemed hopeless. But time away was really what I needed, I guess. The stress of dealing with life is what had me so sick, and being away with no worries, just giving everything up and walking away, kind of took all the stress off. And over a period of a few months of just kind of doing my walkabout, I got better. I started feeling better, and I started putting on weight, and I realized, shit, I don't feel like I'm gonna die. I think the doctors were wrong, and this is back in '96, '97, and well, it turns out, I came back. I came back with nothing, absolutely nothing, and after even then, 10 years, in which a lot of men in the trades and construction trades and all, they remember the ups and downs and the booming times of construction, and you come and you go. After 10 years of building that, coming back from that, and 10 years of building a business, and you're into now 2002 2005 era, and we have this idiot government go ahead and they start to mess around with the Department of Professional Regulations and wanting to have all kind of crazy licensing things for these ass-sitter attorneys to be able to make big money on everybody and extort people. and they go and change the laws, which caused the whole entire construction industry in 2006 and 7 to collapse, without them even realizing what they did. But I know of a lot of millions across this country. I imagine I know thousands. I knew hundreds personally right here in Florida that suffered greatly with losing their businesses, their homes, so much, and then the inhumane way that this government and the people who took over licensing acted toward them. It's just disgusting. But you know what? I've seen many of those men, including myself being one of them, that, you know what, we lost it all. We lost it all again, and it seemed hopeless. It seemed hopeless. And God, you get so pissed because, you know, when you realize this is just people making choices in your life that have no understanding of what the hell you're going through or what you're dealing with or what your day-to-day life is. They just have no understanding. People in government, their salaries are guaranteed. It comes every month. They don't go through this with us right now. Even most of the Congress people who are making choices for our lives, they're not suffering this. Their pay is still there every month, and they don't feel the effects of this. They're not being laid off. They're not struggling with bills piling up like most Americans right now. They don't even know what we're really going through. They know secondary. They don't know on a primary basis. They just don't get it. And they're methodic and slow-moving and game-playing. Most of the Democrats, as we know in government right now, are game-playing like this is a damn joke. And right now, I'm just speaking to the American people just like me. I just want you to know, you're not alone. There's millions and millions of Americans right now across this whole nation worried about their family, their kids, their future, their business. There's millions and millions of them. They put years into building what they have right now on the very threshold of losing it all, it appears. And it seems hopeless. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's not. It's not hopeless. We don't need this government to bail us out. We don't need this government to pull us out. We just need, for a community of one people, stand together, and we'll help each other get through this. You know, I've faced many hard things in life, and people ask me, in some of those times, how did you do it? What, you know, because I mean, I've seen some hard times, and I know people who are still a part of my life. They remember those moments of when I was like 80 pounds and I lost everything and I had nowhere to even live, and I gave everything I had away, and I was just trying to avoid going by my children. I didn't want them to see how bad I was, and you know, and I didn't give up. I had no hope that anything was possible to be able to salvage anything at the time. And those who were most closest as friends, who are still friends to me this day, they remember. You know, and I can remember times where some of them said to me, how could you do it? You know, because even then I was positive. I was like, look, you know, if I die, I die. There's nothing I could do. But if I don't, I'm going to come back. And I still had visions and hope that I was going to be okay, and that somehow I was going to come through that. And, you know, I kept that, you know, attitude. But I'll be honest with you, even in the most positive of times, in that time, when everybody would not be around and I'd be all alone, yeah, you know, you face yourself with the hardest of thoughts, and you look at the worst of what possibly could be, and oh man, it's hard to find hope and faith. It's hard. It's hard. It really is, and I get it. I know. But let me tell you, in this world, we all have a time. That's by nature. We ain't going to have no say about it. There's going to come a day, it's our time. Might as well stick it out, you know. In my worst moments, that's what I always reminded myself. I might as well stick it out. You just never know. You just never know what tomorrow's going to bring. You just never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And if you do something stupid now, if you do something unreversible now, you're going to miss that tomorrow. Every day is valuable. You got to realize that. It's valuable. There are people every day facing their last hours and moments and minutes of natural cause right now. Hell, this virus is taking people out in their last moments of life right now. And you know what? They would do anything for a day. For one more day. We have days. We all have days. And if you're young and you're healthy and you've done it before and you were successful and now things seem so hopeless, you'll be there again. We will all be there again. The thing you got to realize is you're not alone. You're not alone. You know, when I went on my walkabout, I was shocked to find out how many homeless people there were in this country. And how many of them really aren't asking for anything. They're out there in these homeless camps all around across this country just hunting and living and, doing whatever they can to survive, and trying to figure out how they're going to come back. I mean, you got the ones that you see locally hanging out, the dope heads and the drunks who just are bumming beer money and they're losers. There's nothing you can do for those people. But out there in the real world, there's people out there, they lost their good people. And they lost everything. And you know what? They're not out there giving up. They're out there trying to find a way back. And it's a hard time right now, and something I think even the president needs to understand right now, and everybody in government who is not really affected by this. You're affected by the weight of feeling like you're responsible to do something, but you're not really affected like we the people are. We're the ones who are losing our jobs. We're the ones who have our businesses cut back to doing 10% of what we used to do. We're the ones with our bills mounting up and our debt building, and we don't have an income. Your income is guaranteed. It comes every month. You're still getting that check. Those people in Congress and you people have never gone through what we're going through, because you're blessed in that we make sure you're able to stay clear-minded so you can focus on what you're supposed to be doing, which clearly it seems a lot of you don't even know, and don't even care, and don't even have the self-gratification for how blessed you are in the position you are by us the people, to be able to do the right thing and put your own selfish desires and ugliness aside. You're just doing what you're doing. But we know. We deal with it. We're the ones who go through it. And everybody that's out there struggling, you need to know something. These people don't make this country what it is for us. We do. These people, everything that they have, they claim they're giving us, they're only giving back a percentage of what we already gave them. Okay? They're doing nothing. They are not the driving force. We are. And together, as one people, the Americans, for 244 years, we have sustained this nation moving forward. We have overcome things that no one's ever been able to overcome, and we're still standing. And we'll still be standing tomorrow, and the day after, and a generation after, and a century after, and hopefully forever. This country will stand as long as this earth is here. This country will stand, prosper, and grow, and people like us will sustain. You got to believe that. You got to think of the things that are important, because you know what? If you have children and you're thinking of giving up, think of what that's going to do to them. You're the beacon. You're their hope. You can't. You got to hold on. You're going to be what gives them something to believe in. You got to hold on. No matter what. If you got brothers and sisters, even a close friend, if that's all you have, you got to hold on. You may be the only thing they have. So you got to hold on. For a moment, don't be selfish. Think of others. Think of who's watching you, who's counting on you. And understand, I know, I've been there. I've had moments in my life where I looked at myself and I looked at my family and the friends and the people around me, and I thought, how can they believe in me with what's happening to me? I'm losing it all. And they're going to be ashamed of me, and I'm going to be disgraced. And you think of all these horrible things. But in truth, you don't realize, you don't know what's in their mind. In their mind, they're just as afraid as you are. And they're just as concerned as you are. They're just as scared, trust me. And they're thinking all the horrible things too. And you know what? You don't realize. You're the thing holding them together. You're the things your children are hoping figures out the way to get them out of this. To take away this fear, to take away this uncertainty. You're the one who's been doing it all along. And you're the one they're counting on. You can't give up. You can't. And I know you're pissed. I get it. Trust me, I've been there. I know so many business people right now are pissed because they put 10, 15, 20 years into building what they have. Only to now be told, you can't do anything. And then they sit for weeks now watching in fear, white fear of just the unknown. And now at a point where after this government doesn't seem to understand, and the people in government don't realize, because like I say, they don't feel the effects of this, but we just got out of a 10-year depression. So many people in this country struggling for 10 years now, trying to just frickin' hold on. just trying to make it to an up. Give us a goddamn tide that lifts us just a little bit so we can grab some ground. We've been waiting 10 years for that ground, and we finally got it. And now it's been swept out from under us, and man, it feels bleak and hopeless. I get it. It feels bleak and hopeless, but it's not. It's not, because that tide's coming. And you know what the problem is? We think the government's the tide. And we forget we're the tide. We the people. We can do this. And I'm sorry, this government, you know, people may say to me, but we need to stop listening to them and do what we know we need to do as the people. We need to go out there and do what we need to do. And these goddamn governors and mayors and people in this government that are making a fool of them damn selves and clearly don't understand what the hell they're doing. You need to step the hell down and let us, the American people, do what we got to do to take care of our damn families. It's real easy for you as the mayor or the governor or anybody in government to sit on your ass while people out there are losing their ass. Because your check comes every month. You're a goddamn government employee. You're still being paid. Your benefits are still at full force. You still have everything as if nothing's happened to you. The people in your community don't have it like that. The working that aren't working right now, they're losing their ass. They're in debt up to their ass. Their bills are piling up. They don't have a goddamn guaranteed check every month showing up like you do. You don't understand that, and you clearly don't have the ability to understand their reality of what they're facing. You need to let these people go back to doing what the hell they do to take care of themselves and their family and get the hell out of their way. And you cops, you police officers, you're a goddamn disgrace that are out there summoning these people and threatening to arrest these people. Let me tell you something. You're a goddamn disgrace to this country. You should be shamed by society, fired, and never allowed to work in government again for what you're doing. You're disgusting. Disgusting goddamn people. You're just a disgrace to this country. I don't know how you people can sleep at night with what you goddamn do. It's just disgraceful for what I'm seeing. How you treat people in this country, what the hell's going on in the name of goddamn greed and revenue and power drunk like you people are. Who the hell do you people think you are? Disgusting. But anyway, back to the American people. Listen, we're strong. We're Americans. There ain't nobody in this damn world that's been in this world for the last 244 years as strong and as brave as we, the American people. We'll get through this. This is our goddamn country. This is our land. This is our life. Our God-given right to live in the pursuit of our damn happiness. And we collectively together need to start standing together with each other. When we get these abusive positions of power where these people step over the line, we as a community need to stand up for those they're trying to step over the line and take out. Because if we keep letting them pluck one by one, they're going to keep plucking until we're all gone. And in each and every community, there's only so many of the brave who will stand up and take that stand. And if we keep allowing them to be plucked, the weaker and the meeker are going to be they're going to cave. So with the weaker and the meeker, understand when you see the strong standing forward, you need to stand with them. We as a people, as one people, not as just a state or a district, we're a nation of one people of all equal. And we need to stand as that one people together and remember our place. We are the government. This is a nation governed for the people, by the people, of the people. You understand? We are the highest. And we are the ones. Government is not there to tell us what to do. They're there to do what we tell them to do. Okay? We've lost our bearings a lot, and I know a lot of people are suffering, but I'm going to tell you right now, hold on. Hold on, because great things are coming. Great things are coming. Because, when you, like I say, just think back to the worst moment you can remember in your life that you thought you could never get through. And realize if you're here today, you got through it. And when you look back at that moment, you'll realize the worst of what you thought, and that's what we do as humans. We think about the worst possible that could happen. And understand, if it does and you're still here, the worst you thought could happen, you made it. You made it. You're still here. And if you have tomorrow, and if you have good health, and you have breath in you, and you have still hope and a vision for dreams, you have a tomorrow to do something. And you have people counting on you. Even if you have nobody. Even if you have no family, no friends, no children, nothing in this world, you're all alone. You still have the ability to change somebody else's life. I've had moments where I felt I had no family, no friends, nobody. Like I say, when I was sick at that point, I was homeless for almost 6 months. After that, I walked on my own little walkabout for 6 months, homeless. Just out of sight. I didn't want my family to know what was happening. I didn't want my kids to know. I just wanted to go off and die and just let them remember the last time they see me doing good. I just didn't want them to know. And in that walk, I know what it felt like to feel totally alone, no value, hopeless, and the way humanity treats such a person with their misjudgment. I know what it's like. I know what it's like in that dark, quiet place where there's nothing but your thoughts, and it's seeming that tomorrow is just worthless to wake up to. I know. I've been there. I've been there. But you know what? That's the moment where it's not about you. It's about others. And even in those bleakest moments, if you can for a moment think about, what if you can overcome this? What can it do for others? How could it inspire others? What faith could it give others? What hope could it give them? And maybe off of that you'll find who your true friends are. You might find a true friend, somebody worth living for. By persevering through it, by persisting to keep trying, by persisting to believe and keep the momentum forward. Stay positive. Because if you have a tomorrow, look, once you've lost everything, there's nothing more to lose. You know, one of my oldest sayings that people that know me close know, I always used to say, a man with nothing has everything to gain, and a man with everything has everything to lose. The true wealth lies in having nothing, because it gives you everything to gain. The man with everything, he lives in constant fear of all he could lose. If you've lost everything, or if you're on the verge of losing everything, or you feel you're going to lose everything, understand, if you look at it in truth, to the miracle of life, you're in a position to have everything. Because there's nowhere for you to go but up from here. And together as a community, as a people, trust me, you're not alone. You're not alone. We're all going to be humbled by this. We all are facing these fears. But I'm pleading with everybody out there that's scared in business and looking at their families and unemployed right now and saying, trust me, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Every one of us who hold on are going to get through this. And those who are with no one right now and just feeling helpless, I want you to know something. You're a part of everything with us. Don't give up. When things come back, we'll be there for you. When I came back from things, people who seen my desire, my hope, they were there for me. People will be there for you. You will find friends, true friends. Yes, you will. We're Americans. We don't give up. So, to the president, I want to end this and say, you need to realize this nation has been through 10 years of hell. 10 years of economical down spiral with an abusive, overreaching, idiot government of people who are so damn disgusting, it's pathetic that we even allowed it to get this far. And I know you, Mr. President, of all people, know that better than anybody because that's why you ran for president. You've seen it. Sad thing is you've seen it 10 years ago. You should have done something then. We really could have used you to stop this. But we understand it probably wasn't possible for you to do that then. And I also understand, I could remember as each person came along, you had hope as well that maybe a good person might come along and do this. But right now, it's insane. And a lot of people just understand they're not in a position as you. Or those arrested, I mean, you're wealthy, you've done great in life and God has blessed you. You're the greatest example of an American and the American dream we could ask for. And I know I would pray my children would follow your example because you are the example of the American dream. Your family's the example of the American dream. But those and the rest of them around you in government playing these political games and sitting around with no concern or urgency under them to light a fire to get things going, they don't understand because they're not going through this with us. Their checks are guaranteed. They're paid every month. Their health insurance and benefits, everything's going. Look at Nancy Pelosi. She's still sitting there eating her delicacy ice cream with her big expensive refrigerators, right? These people don't feel it. To them, this is a vacation, a chance to take a break. Look at them. They took a break during the pandemic. While we're all out of work and businesses are being shut down, millions of Americans across the nation are wondering how they're going to feed their family next week. These people are off on like vacation because you know what? Their check still shows up. They do not really go through this with us. That's something we need to change. That is something we need to change. Because I think right now, when we did this national shutdown and everybody's pay stopped, so should theirs. If you're going to make the call to end us earning and our ability to earn, then you need to make the call to end us having to pay you goddamn people. That's the way it should be. And I guarantee you, we'd see a big change in how things are done in this country if they had to suffer and go through what we go through. If they were treated like any goddamn business out here in this country. And well, you know what? Because, I mean, they don't suffer. They have endless amounts of money. They just collect. They just keep adding on new taxes and sucking the money out of us. They make mistakes and errors like unbelievable all the time and throw away hundreds of millions of dollars in their idiocy of what they're doing because they don't care. It just keeps coming. They're not like the everyday real business in the real world that has to go out there and actually earn that goddamn money. No, they just squander it like goddamn selfish fools. You people are disgusting in this government. You hear me? You're disgusting. The ones who act in the way you're acting and still trying to play political pundit games and power-drunk idiocy. You're freaking disgusting. The millions of Americans right now and what they're going through in real life. You are the teetering edge that may be pushing some of these very good Americans over the line. And that's what makes me angry. Because I know that line. I know that line. And I'm just pleading with every one of you Americans out there right now. I'm pleading to anybody who sees this and you think like you're giving up. Don't you dare give up because I'm going to need you with me. We're going to fight this through. We're going to rise up again. We're going to do what Trump wanted to do from the start. We're going to make this country great. Greater than it's ever been. And as long as I have breath, you damn well I don't care if I'm the only man left. That's what I believe. That's what I live for. That's the example I'll give to my kids, my grandchildren, and my family. God damn it, I won't give up. And for you, I won't give up. We might not be a media family, but we're an American family. And we got here because of 244 years of people just as badass strong as we are. And we ain't going nowhere. So you hold on. You hold on because we got a future. We got an example to set for what we love, our kids, our grandchildren, and the posterity of this country. We got something to show them of who the hell we are as Americans. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I believe our president's going to be there with us. He's going to show us how it can be done. We're going to do it. So I'm just pleading. And if you believe in God or you don't believe in God, believe me, you're all in my prayers. And I know, I say to you, if you don't believe in God, it's a good time to find your faith. I'm not saying religion or churches. I'm saying God, your personal relationship with God. Believe me, I believe in God. And when you got nobody, God's always there. Just remember that, God's always there. You can always turn to God. You might not hear God talking back, but you'll feel God. Just talk it out. Just talk it out. So that's all I want to say today, and I'm just letting everybody know. Pray for these people who are under great stress right now. These families that are under great stress because the news is clear. There's a lot of domestic violence going on and people giving up. And depression is overwhelming across this country right now, what we've just been through, and on top of it, the prior 10 years of what we've been through. And for many people, it seems bleak and hopeless. Pray for them. Pray for them, and if you can, give a moment out of your own time to make some kind of a video like this. Give them hope. Let them know they're not alone. Speak out. Let them know that you're there. Let them know you're praying for them. Let them know somebody cares. Might be the only thing they need to hold on. So to anyone out there who needs to know that, I care. I care about you. Because I know, in my bleakest moments, there were people who cared about me. And that's why, no matter how hard it got, no matter how bleak it seemed, no matter how hopeless it appeared, it was because of those people I wouldn't give up. So I'm telling you right now, you got one person right here. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you are, what you've done, how hard it is. Just know I care. I care about you. God bless everybody. Have a great day. We're going to get through this.